Hey everyone, this is Wade from FishFinderMounts.com, and I'm going to do a little video here on a new Garmin portable kit that we just actually purchased for just small portable applications, float tubes, small little aluminum boats, small canoes, kayaks, whatever it is. It's a great little solution, like just the Garmin Striker 4 fish finder itself. However, I might have different opinions about this portable kit. And the configuration and everything, but this has really been what's been out there for so long, for let's say decades, for fishermen that want to take their fish finder and maybe put it on different watercraft when they're going out to resorts, or you're flying into wherever, lakes or stuff like that. Bringing a little fish finder like this is kind of like the traditional solution, but I'm gonna get into, in the next part of this video, what other solutions are out there as well. So this is Wade, let's get into it. So here we have the Garmin Striker 4 portable kit here. Get the box open, and here's what we have in the box. Of course, we have our Garmin bag, the bag. Guys, everybody, here's the bag. The Garmin portable bag. It's got some rubber feet, that's kind of nice. It's got, you can put some straps on it. I don't know why you'd have it on the bottom, or I guess you can come from this side. Yeah, they've got a few of these D-rings here integrated right in. Here's your little, if you just want to see the screen by itself, your little hatch for that. Little pocket here, little pocket there. That's kind of good. Thought through a few things. They got another little hatch here. There's a lot of hatches in this thing. And for putting everything into it, of course, you got the big hatch too. And it's a pretty nice, decent fabric that they've got. It's got a little bit of insulation in it. I think probably maybe the insulation has in mind, when if it's out in the ice or what have you, you want to keep your battery a little warmer if they can. Instructions right there, guys. Okay. Oop. And we're going to take this guy out. There's the actual gimbal, or the support post, or the mounting post there. And here I notice, if you want to do some ice fishing, you can use that in your hole, coupled with their transducer here. This is like their most basic transducer you can possibly get. I haven't seen one of these for a while. With the open water ones, you get a nicer transducer. It operates at higher frequencies, so that's something to keep in mind here, guys. When you're buying this unit, you're getting the basic of the basic from Garmin. But they're giving you all of this stuff. So they're giving you brackets, like you see there. And here, this is sort of your shelf. And you can see, this is gonna go inside this bag. So I'll put it inside here for you guys so you can see a little build out video here. Why don't we do that? We're gonna get this 12 volt, 7 amp hour antiquated sealed lead acid battery here, made by, I don't know, Long, right there. That's sealed lead acid, guys. This is gonna be about 7 pounds, somewhere in there, okay? It's not light. And that's gonna pop right into this cavity here of this floor here, okay? This guy here, now this is something I've kind of wanted to, in other videos, show people. You have guys that, when they try to get their stuff on our mounts, they're like, how do you put this thing on here, da, da, da. Well, look. This is it. There's a little lever here, okay, guys? You push this, and then you slide, you slide that out. That's how it works. And then, see the mounting holes there? Then you take the mounting holes, and of course, see, over here, I'll turn this around so the camera can see it easier. Our wonderful, fantastic cameraman here, Al's on it. Of course, this bracket's gonna give you some, rigidity to the whole thing once you've got it all set up, right? So it doesn't just collapse on you is the idea, I believe. I'm quite sure of it. And I think this is for the wrapping the cable, and that's why they've got this thing opening here. So you're gonna have it like this, so you can wrap the cable and then close it all up, right? So if you guys wanted to see how that works, it looks like they've got a snapping capability here. So you just pop this in here, and that's it. No snapping. Looks like it just rests inside there. Oh, it looks like it's supposed to snap in. Maybe I got it. Maybe this way. Yeah, there, it snaps in there. So there you go, guys. Just make sure you get the right way around, then it'll snap in, okay? So good on Garmin for making it sort of almost stupid proof. So we've got our power cable. So when you get open water kits, you get more cabling. Of course, in the portable kits, you get very little cable. Piece of foam, interesting. I guess that would be stuck on something. I guess I could look at the instructions, but I'm the kind of guy, like a lot of guys, that don't like doing that unless they absolutely have to. Let's open this. Let's have a look in here, guys. What do we got here? Oh, it's a little charger. This charger here, by the way, I'll tell you about it. So they've tried to make it intrinsically safe here by changing the length of these so they don't actually short. So here we have our charger for their sealed lead acid battery. This is 7 amp hour, 12 volt sealed lead acid. So, you know, your car starter battery that's been in cars forever, that technology, right? It's been around forever and a day. And this little plug here is actually a charger, okay guys? It's a 1 amp charger. So the math is, if you have a battery that's 7 amps, you divide that by 1, it's gonna be 7. So that means it's gonna take you 7 hours. If this is fully depleted, fully discharged, it'll take you 7 hours on this charger to charge that up. So an overnight charge would be fair to say. You're gonna slip these terminals here, okay? Red to red, black to black. You're gonna slip them on here. These are F2 terminals, by the way. Blade terminals. Okay. Now this charger, by the way, guys, will never stop charging. It's not a smart charger or anything. It will just keep charging forever and ever. So you do not want to be leaving your battery on there for days on end. You'll just cook the battery eventually if you keep doing that. So what we'll do is we'll pull this out and we'll see if this light comes on. Yes, there is a light here. So I guess if it's, let's see, if the battery needs charging, it should probably go red. Yeah, so what does it say here? It says here, green charging, orange charging. Oh, green charging finished, no connection. That's good. Like it is now, it's green, so it's not connected. Orange, it's charging. So obviously not orange because there's nothing there. And then red, reverse connect. So red is bad, okay? So we know that we put it, Wade, the expert at fishfindermounts.com, knows he put it on right. So now it's orange, it's charging. So when this is in the bag, when this frame's gonna be in the bag, let's put this frame in the bag, okay? It's gonna go this way. Remember I said the cables wrap around this here. So we're gonna pop this in here. So there you have the whole thing becoming rigid because of the frame that they've created, Garmin's created. What they have done, where I'm going with this, guys, okay, this is for the transducer, and I'm assembling and I'm opening box. There's a lot of things going on here. Here's a suction cup and some, you know, strap cable ties or what have you. But what I don't like to see here is this is actually your power cable here, okay? And you can see these terminals again. They're using these terminals over and over and over again, and that's not good because they'll weaken up and they'll become loose. And you may have termination issues, or connection issues is a better term for it, where now you're not getting power. But because they already have this plug here, they should have had this plug integrated right into this assembly. So you're using this plug. This plug is actually designed so you can plug in countless times without things failing. Whereas these little terminal pieces, they're not designed for that at all. So unfortunately, my friends, you wouldn't even bother with the way that this is designed. We're going to be slipping this on and off every time we want to charge the darn battery. And look at, because it's the first time, we're going to have to really work at this, getting it off. It looks like
it's an unpleasant experience.
Yeah, so because of the way it's designed, there's a little divot here, you see, in the connector, a little tiny divot right in the aluminum or whatever it is, metal that they have here, and that kind of locks in a bit. So you might need to get some pliers. Once you've done that, you're going to wreck that divot, that little piece of indented aluminum, so they'll no longer lock anymore. So whoever came up with that idea, sorry, my friend, You should try it better next time. Maybe let's try these ones first, these little guys. And if I go on here, I'm going to squish this connector. I'm going to try to go back a little further and pull it from here to get it off. That got it off. And again, from this side. Oh, so here it is again. Camera can have a look. These are all kind of like jelly type coverings. Kind of cool. Here is our fish finder screen. This is the smallest that they make. 3.5 inches, I believe this screen is, okay guys? They have 4-inch versions. The open water ones are, I think, nicer. I don't know if you can get one in the bag. This is the basic Garmin Striker 4. So there's your base on their other base, right? There's that guy here I showed you earlier in the video, how you can get this base off this base. It'll come together. So if you didn't see that at the beginning of the video, go back if you're wondering. This is a tilt feature. It's pretty sticky. We had one we were just fiddling around with one of the other ones that we have. It was on there so tight we couldn't even get it off. I had to actually separate the thing. So sometimes you can get one that it's not. So now I can click, slide it on. And then how does this screen go on? Well, right here, this actually acts as a little breakaway or a little quick disconnect, okay? And you can see there's little slots molded right into the plastic bezel here, chassis. So we're just gonna go, there we go, snapped in. Boop. So like that. Going back to this guy, just as it was meant to be natively, you would now slip, again, red wire, right? You'd slip that on here. I'm not gonna slip it on all the way because again, we're gonna have a hell of a time getting it off like I did the last one. So I'm just gonna kind of like loosely push it on just for now because we're just demonstrating things. Back here, you can see there's a notch here in the red and it's also flat here. So the notch lines up here. You can see there's even a diagram. So the notch lines up with this little half moon blip here and it's flat that way. So you push that in like this, okay? Now, you could actually get this going if you want to test it yourself at home. It'll power up. And you can go into simulation mode if you guys want. And we'll do that right now quickly for you. I'll show you how to do that. So we're gonna make it English. Okay, you go through a little setup here. We'll just go next. We won't get into any detail. You can always go back later on and fiddle around with things. Split frequency, yeah. So this doesn't have down imaging. This is just traditional sonar only. Split frequency to tradition. So this means, okay, so it's disconnected. That's fine because what we can do is we can go into settings. Okay, guys, if you want to go into the, and then we're going to go into system, check mark, and we're going to go down into simulator and check mark, and then we're going to go to on check mark, and then it's going to say whatever, some features, doesn't matter, right? We're just, okay, now we'll just go back, and let's get it going here. And it's running a simulator. So there we have the frame. And then you got your transducer, of course, here, right guys? There's your transducer. So you got tons of cable, right? This is if it was an open water transducer. You get tons of it because if you're in a boat, it has, you know, a lot of haul. To maybe you might have something, you might have your fish finder screen at the very front, the bow of the boat, and this is going to be, the transducer is going to be coming off your transom, let's say in this case, right? Let's get this connected into the fish finder first. So we're going to have to go through this port, right? Through this pocket or zip door or whatever. We're going to take this little guy off here. And by the way, this is IPX7. Again, here's a little diagram here and a little notch. There's a notch that matches up here, okay? And we're going to turn it like this. And now our transducer is connected. And then, of course, they want you to use this by design to manage your cables. So by design, they're getting you to wrap this thing up here to manage the cable lengths. The nice thing about them doing this is at least if you're in a boat, like, you know, if you're on ice fishing, this is the pain in the butt, of course. But you could probably get a twist tie or something and try to keep it at this length. Because if you're only in the ice fishing situation, well, you don't need all of this cable. It's like way too much. But let's see if they did a good job of designing this little cable wrapping thing. Because sometimes I find like vacuum cleaners is a good example where they put something like this on that device, but it's never big enough to contain all the cable. And in this case, it looks like it's going to be pretty close, but they may have done it. So good on them. At least they put just enough there room so that the cable is completely within the detents or the boundaries of these clips that they're using. So you can just, I guess, slip this in here somewhere. I don't know, something like that, right? And then zip this guy up nicely. Okay, there, that's zipped up, right? So you got your battery behind the fish finder screen. It's running in simulator mode. This guy would be for a transom. Now what this is, okay, now here is your portable. Okay, now it's gonna, not ice fishing now, guys. Now this was the ice fishing solution, right? Maybe you have that tucked somewhere back here. Right here, show you. This looks like for molding into a kayak or something where you pour some kind of glue or something. This thing here. So you can see right there. Oh, it's water. Oh, so this sits at the bottom of your boat or something. They use water to transmit the signal through into your hull. So there's no, like you can't, transducers don't work when you have bubbling. So you need to have a continuous medium for the sonar waves to work through. So I guess they're using this as a dam for the bottom of, let's say, a kayak. You just fill it up with water. I don't know how long that would last. By the way, also kayaks, if it is a kayak, you could do this on an aluminum boat, but like you can't stick things to polypropylene permanently. It just comes off because polypropylene has an oil in it. So here we have the floating transducer, and that's how they say to do it. You loop the cable through so the cable can't come out easily, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'd have to try it. I don't really like it. I'm pretty particular about how I like my things set up. Now, talking about going from the ice fishing side of things, going to the boat, we talked about this thing. It's kind of interesting. They had a little dam here. But this would be their get it on the back of the boat solution here, guys, right here, this suction cup, okay? There's their suction cup right there. And I'll tell you right now, there is an implanted, molded in nut inside of here. You can't really see it, but I can see it. So you can hear it click. So there you go. And you could route your transducer cable down to the transducer. And the transducer is here, as we talked about before, right? So we can take the transducer and what's it gonna do? It's gonna snap into here. Kind of. And then you would use, they've got a spacer piece here. We have a universal system. It's similar actually. We've used spacers like this as well. So you're keeping this split nicely. Looks like they've got a couple of washers you have to pop in there too. So I won't get too much into that. You could probably just get away with just throwing this. You don't want to squish. If you do this, you get lazy with it. Be careful with that. You don't want to like squish this down too much. Just the wing nut here, right? Just loosely is enough to keep that good enough. Because like if you're gonna really want to tighten it down hard, you're gonna need to use all this other stuff with this spacer in between, so you don't smush it and break it. Okay, and then of course we can route our cable up through here. You know, like whatever they've got this thing like. That's the idea there. So this is a boat application. We've got it set up for our boat application, guys. So I've just shown you how to put this thing together. The portable Garmin Striker 4 kit from Garmin. And I'm just gonna pop this all together, finish off showing you the final build. Essentially, I did take a little bit of a shortcut on the transducer here, but that's good enough for you guys to really see really well how this is all put together. Now there's some strap, like you guys could get straps maybe, you know, on these D-rings or something, so you could put it, you know, I don't know, create a backpack or something. And there's even pockets for, I'm not even sure what, maybe you can put your handle through that. No, I'm not even sure why this is here. Oh, it's probably it's a grab. I think it's for grabbing the handle, kind of in a way, is the idea there. Okay, so this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, giving you my kind of like little put it together, get it out of the box video on the Garmin Striker 4 portable kit. You know, my thoughts. I like, you know, for Garmin stuff, like Garmin, I think Garmin does a pretty good job overall of what they do. But this solution, like I said, has been around forever. It's nothing new. The weight here, it feels like it's probably about, I don't know, 10 pounds and somewhere in there, maybe a little less. And there you go. That's your portable bag and your suction cup for your boat. So here we have, I just did a video on the Garmin Striker 4 portable kit here, okay? Unboxing the whole bit, putting it together, all of that fun stuff. And this is kind of a part 2 video that I'm going to be doing now to show you other ideas and options, what you can do instead of this bag and wrapping your transducer in here and all of that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through the fishfindermounts.com zone here, guys, okay? Here we go, fishfindermounts.com. And we're going to come over here and we're going to have a look at our boat. So if I had this unit, what am I going to do? Well, you know, and a lot of you guys, you probably already know this or what have you, but you're going to sit this, probably you have a tiller like that motor over there, the Tohatsu 6 horsepower there, tiller motor you're going to have on the back transom here, and you're going to be sitting here. So you might sit this down here in the boat, near your feet. It's in the boat, near your feet at this point. But you can see right here, fishfindermounts.com. This is the open water Striker. This is a nicer model too than the one you get in the kit here, where you can have split frequencies and everything like that. So if you go into, let's say, our menu here, you hit the power button. Let's see here. And we want to go and do a down imaging, traditional and clear view. Well, hey, we can actually have that. And you've got your lake, your mapping, and your GPS and everything. Quick draw map, right? You can do all of that stuff on this unit. It's not a lot more money than this basic fish finder that they give you. So there you have your down imaging on a split screen with your traditional imaging. So here we have, this is a Humminbird Mega, or a Humminbird Helix 5. Now that's the thing, like, so you've got your Garmin, you're married to your Garmin in the bag thing idea, right? Your Garmin kit here, you're married to that. But with our stuff, you can get a kit where, in terms of the, instead of the bag, you can get our kit where the battery is integrated right into the mount. It gives you the capability, like you can choose what fish finder you want. It is universal, okay guys? So you're not just married to that fish finder. You can just get our kit. And of course, if you don't have a swivel base like the Helix 5, you can swivel that around. There you go there. It's in demo mode as well. Okay, that's a 5-inch screen. There's a battery in here. Okay. Now, of course, we kind of pop this in here. Here is the suction cup idea, right? Where you would stick this on the back of your boat. Glunk, somewhere over here, right? You'd stick it on there, right? With the suction cup. Now what happens though is these boats, they get dirty over time. They get all sorts of growth. Maybe you get mossy growth or the green algae growth on there. You get pitting over time and the aluminum and all of that. And after a while, you know, or often, the suction cups, they just don't stick very well. Even with new boats, eventually they just come off. Depending on your speed you're going and the whole bit, the suction cups, they suck, guys. I'm just going to put it to you clearly here. So that's what you're getting with the Garmin portable kit or the Humminbird portable kit or the Lowrance portable kit, you are getting something that sucks, essentially, when it comes to mounting your transducer. I've done a video earlier on. If you look at all of our videos, I have a video called Suction Cups Suck. You can see it on our video, fishfindermounts.com video on YouTube here. And basically, I went out on the dock in that video, and it just shows the transducer was on the floor of the lake there at the dock. It just fallen off the boat, right? We put the suction cup, this suction cup, on this boat like the other night, and we came back the next day, and even with it out in the water, with it not in the water, what have you, it just had fallen off. Now, there is a new, or there's not new, this has been around a while, but I want you guys to be aware that we've got the ultimate solution. Now I want to show you, look at this on your side. I can put the whole boat in this. This is very, very strong. And I'm going to take this off. We even got a piece of foam in there. This is fishfindermounts.com. Vastly improved way to put your transducer on your small aluminum boats, your canoes, your kayaks. This is the way to do it, guys. We've been doing this, and these are just, for a long time, we've got this tweaked in, just dialed in, that you're just gonna be so happy with this solution. It won't be coming off, like you see those suction cups coming off. So you can put that there on the side, and I've got a few videos on this channel that show this too. You can also adjust this, okay? And you can have it, so the suction cups, once again, guys, I'm gonna show you this with the Garmin in a sec. But you just saw it on the side of the boat. If you don't have any room on your transom, or for whatever reason the transom's not working for you, you've got the whole side of the boat too. So now what we can do is we can actually put it on the back transom of the boat, not just on the side, like you saw here, but we'll put our little T-knob back on here. And of course, if it was on your transom, this is how it would be coming from your transom. Of course, this would be the transom or the back of the boat, and it would be coming off like that, right? And you guys would tighten that down, and boom. So you can have it wherever you want on your boat. You can have it on the transom, and you can have it on the side of the boat. Whereas the suction cups, you can't do that. Like you can see here, if I was to take this suction cup over here, you know, your transducer is going to be sticking out sideways here, guys. Sideways, right? Which is not what we want in this case. You're gonna have to have it this way, because you're gonna have all the force of the water coming against it as you're moving in the water. So that's just not a viable solution. So fishfindermounts.com, magnetic transducer mount solution, gives you way better holding power and way better versatility in terms of how you wanna hook it up to your boat. You got a lot more options with your single hull, narrow aluminum. Like the aluminum's just a credit card or too thick. So that's all you're dealing with, and that's what makes our magnets just so wonderful, so powerful. So here you have the Garmin portable bag with its suction cup transducer right here, guys, okay? There it is there, right? Like I said, putting it off the side isn't an option. You really need it off the back. Maybe you have a lot of things there, you don't have a lot of options. So maybe you don't have an ability to even use a suction cup. Well, we fixed that with our magnetic transducer mounts here. So here it is in your boat, it's in your way. You want to move around your boat, you may be playing a fish. You know, what are you gonna do? Have it up here? What if the boat tilts suddenly and it falls out? You gotta be careful. Well, look at what we've got. We've got a clamp-on solution here. It's mounted to your gunwale edge so that you're sitting here. It's like a nice, step into the boat here, and it's a nice level. I'm not looking down, I'm looking over here, checking my rod, looking here, I'm not looking down. It's right here, right now, right in my view. Like if I'm tiller, I have my tiller here, it's right across my face. Really nice, it's up and elevated. So, and then again, we've got our clamp here so that everything is secured to the boat. You're not going to have any mishaps where this thing goes bloop, and the suction cup's not going to keep it on your boat, guys. If you have the suction cup here and this goes in the water, well, good luck with that. But fishfindermounts.com has this solution, this secure mounting solution here for you guys. You can move this around the boat wherever you like, even on the transom. You can take the clamp, you know, like loosen off the clamp, move it where you like it. And again, the transducer, the magnetic transducer mount, you can move that, again, from your transom to the sides of the boat. Now, I want to just say, when you have, like in these boats, when you have a bigger aluminum boat, sometimes you don't have, like you're looking for a thin wall in your boat. So sometimes the bigger ones, you know, your transom will be thick all the way across and down so far. But usually there's going to be, almost always, I've never really come across one that's under 18 feet, that you don't have room to get a magnet down in here and the magnet on the other side if you want it off your transom here on your small tin boats, aluminum John boats. You know, this is like a Lund style boat, you know, V-Haul. There's so many different ones, Aluminum Craft, Prince Craft, all those ones. So, now, I want to say pricing, okay, guys? This kit here is about around $200 US, and it's a very basic fish finder. You got a suction cup and you got a bag with a sealed lead acid battery. Now, you can come to us. It will be a little bit more in price, but you're getting a way better solution, and you can also, this is universal, guys. You can put all sorts of fish finders on this. So, you've got a much longer, like, let me just think about my words here. So you've got, with our stuff, you've got a longer service duration here. You can get lithium batteries inside here. You guys can choose a lithium battery in here, which there's 4 times the lifespan. When you're dealing with a sealed lead acid, you're getting only a certain amount of cycles versus the lithium. The lithium iron phosphates that you can get as an option here, 4 times the life cycle here as well, guys. And it's lighter as well. And the compactness of this kit is just phenomenal compared to this. There's battery bouncing around. You're not going to have that in our stuff. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com showing you the difference between getting a kit like this from Garmin, Lowrance, Humminbird right there, or getting one of those fish finders for an open water, for a boat that you normally install right in. Well, you don't have to do that. You can have it portable still with fishfindermounts.com. You can put it on boats, and over here, I'll just show you here. If you have an inflatable, we have all sorts of inflatable solutions as well. You can see them here. This is for a float tube. You want it on your float tube. There's your transducer solution. Everything in one kit right there, portable. You can't do this with a bag solution, guys. So you can put this in a boat too. You can put it on a clamp, okay? Or you can put it on your float tube, your favorite float tube, or an inflatable boat. We have glue-on solutions here, guys. Glue-on solutions. And you can see we even have non-powered solutions. If you guys are planning to use something in your boat, we have non-powered mounting solutions for your screen. You can do that separately, and you can do your transducer separately. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com. Give us a call at 1-855-784-3474. Right up here, I'll have a card at the beginning, at the end of this video, so all of our contact details will be there. And make sure you reach out and get your perfect fish finder mounting solution today.